Rand Water CEO Sipho Mosai will give an update on issues affecting water supply. Gauteng metros have implemented water restrictions in parts of Johannesburg, Tshwane and Ekurhuleni. Let's speak now to our colleague Tumaole, who is at the venue of this media briefing. Tumaole, good morning to you. What's the CEO likely to tell us, the residents of Gauteng, about the dam levels being at 90% full, while he, on the other hand, is failing to give us the water, as if we have a lack of water in the country, at least at the moment?
Well, Koli, very spot on. And what we are likely to be told by the CEO of Rand Water is more of the same that we've heard also from Minister in the Presidency, Mondli Gungubele, just yesterday. And that is use water sparingly, be water-wise. Now, this disparity of the water levels in terms of the reservoirs and dams being at close to 90%, yet the distribution and accessibility not being what it is, comes down to the issue of what government has been complaining about, which is aging infrastructure, unmanaged infrastructure and unserviced infrastructure. This speaks to the issue that Rand Water itself has been decrying for the last couple of months, well into last year. In fact, into the period that we've just come out of, which was the drought period, one of the worst drought periods in decades, before the heavy rainpour that we have seen recently. And that is that local municipalities are not getting a grip on the issue of maintenance as well as service delivery of aging as well as overworked infrastructure. Now, municipalities have been saying that the infrastructure has also been under siege in terms of vandalism as well as damage and theft. This comes down to a myriad of challenges, the issue of drain pipes being taken out, as well as the copper theft that we've seen not only in water infrastructure but also in electric infrastructure, whereby copper cable thieves have been basically attacking infrastructure by helping themselves to that particular, precious metal, which is then sold on the black markets. Now, this has got very, adverse effects on the supply of water. And what happens is that residents have empty taps, and they hear the fact that our water reservoirs are full, but they are not getting the water that they expect in terms of when they open the taps. Now, this is also a matter that has been of great concern because Rand Water itself has invested billions of rand just recently upgrading a water supply infrastructure, a key water supply infrastructure not far from here, whereby on the Vaal River they installed a new water servicing pipe which would include areas including the ones that we've mentioned into parts of Gauteng and Mpumalanga, parts of northern Johannesburg and parts of the West Rand of Johannesburg. Now, let's look at the numbers here, colleague. Quite interesting. 11 million people in Gauteng, parts of Mpumalanga, Free State and Northwest are serviced by Rand Water. That's quite a hefty number of people that are looking to the utility to get their daily supply of water. So we are waiting to get a detailed account as to what is the plan on the ground to ensure that these kind of challenges and these kind of hiccups in the system in terms of the provision of clean, safe, it must be said, drinking water to the residents of the provinces I've just mentioned is something that is not disrupted and is something that they can expect and count on.
Very briefly, Tumaole, what time is that media conference likely to start?
Very briefly, we are told that the media conference can be expected to start anytime between 10:30 and 11. So that's the time that has been set for media colleagues to come and set up. So we are certainly looking at about 11 as a certainty, but from 10:30 we can expect to be all systems to go.
Mohlaoli, thank you very much for that teaser. He is at the Rand Water briefing room, and that's where the CEO is going to be telling Gauteng residents what exactly is the problem, but more importantly, what's the plan to get water to residents.